Hello, this is a relaxing Let's Play of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormground. And I realized last episode so this is episode 11 of this Let's Play. And the idea was to do 15 episodes total, see how I felt, and then maybe do 30. I don't know, I still haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see when we get to 15. I did one run of the Stormcast Eternals, and I did one run of the Night Gaunts, and I think I'm going to do the third faction now. I forget what they're called. I know they worship Nurgle, the god of corruption and decay and stuff. I don't know. Really, like Nurgle's in Warhammer Fantasy, Nurgle's in Warhammer 40k, and Nurgle's in Age of Sigmar. And I'm thinking it's the same Nurgle in every game. It's just a different version of it. So, all right. Well, it's the Maggotkin of Nurgle. All right. That's cool. I didn't realize that the difficulties have a name. So the easy difficulty for Stormcast Eternals is Warrior. I've been saying Night Gaunts. They're Night Haunts. The easy for Night Haunts is Shroudguard, and then for the Maggotkin of Nurgle, it's Rotbringer. So we're going to give this a try.
Nurgle is the chaos god of plagues, whose power waxes strong when disease and despair ravage the whole realms. Though he is a source of fear and revulsion to his enemies, Nurgle is a perversely paternal god, generous with his foul gifts, and proud of his worshippers' every disgusting exploit.
Okay, that's interesting. So the god of plagues takes pride in his children. That's interesting. Yeah, I recognize these from Warhammer Fantasy and other Warhammer Fantasy games. The Nurglings, kind of like the massive hordes of creatures. This is really gross looking. This three-eyed, decaying creature. So yeah, you shall die in the battles of Head, and that is not just certain, it is expected. But the disciples of Nurgle need not fear death. The grandfather is loving, and he will resummon you to the battlefield to start the cycle anew. Only the war is eternal. So the Maggotkin of Nurgle campaign, Rotbringer Ascension, limited starting warband, and then I wonder if the miracles carry over from each campaign. We'll see. And it's always been single realm conquest. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe as you play, there's triple realm conquest. So Fort Globspike. I guess that's Shaman. Shaman. That's how I pronounce that. CH or Chaman. Okay.
In the thrice-cursed quagmire of the bleeding swamps is the rusting mass of Fort Globspike. Infested by the disease-ridden acolytes of chaos, these Maggotkin cling desperately against the unrelenting wrath of Sigmar's Stormcast Eternals. But a new adversary has emerged. Icorian Cankerscorn was once a Maggotkin warlord, though his past downfall has seen him disgraced. Icorian remains cunning and powerful.
That's interesting. So I guess you're fighting against other Maggotkin of Nurgle.
At last! Oh, but what sweet purpose has led me on this strange path?
You are right to ask, my child. You have been given purpose indeed. A great and glorious one.
Who addresses me so? Some spirit or demon? Make yourself known to Nurgle's chosen champion.
Oh, okay. I guess you are fighting the Stormcast.
You have more pressing matters. The Lightning Warriors come. Nurgle has granted you fell magic to smite these golden fools before you. Prove yourself worthy to have been freed Nurgle's garden.
That voice is gross. Alright, so the Magakin fight by corrupting the battlefield. Within a corrupt hex, Magakin units can gain bonuses such as healing, while enemies suffer penalties. Oh, that's cool. So you're like going to corrupt the field. Also, Magakin units cannot summon next to their heroes like the Stormcast can, and instead use corrupted hexes to summon locations. I mean, similar to the Wisps, but I guess maybe it's going to be farther away. Okay. So we have a corrupted hex here. Debilitating. I don't know what that means. Magakin can summon on and activates Blessings of Nurgle. Non-Magakin gains slow and blind for 2 turns. Nice. Lower movement and lower cast range. What is Foul Harvest? Planting a seed of corruption on corruption consumes both and summons Nurgles with lower health. Duration. Permanent until dispelled, harvested, consumed by swarm of flies, or destroyed by fire, ice, or lightning hazards. Alright. So yeah, I guess I can't really do anything. Oh, I can move. Can I corrupt anything? Vomit Blast. Alright. Deal 3 damage, 3 range. So my heroes, artillery, that's pretty cool. Unsilenceable. And then what's this? Indirect attack channeling. Okay. Dispel. Remove static effects from units. Dispellable effects from hexes, and deals 3 damage to endless spells. Not really sure what that means by it deals 3 damage to endless spells. How do you deal damage to spells? Oh, that's pretty interesting. Cleanse, dispel 1 most recent negative effect. Purge, dispels 1 most recent positive effect from enemies. Okay. Rain of Maggots. Deals 2 corrosive damage. I don't know what corrosive is. Harvest corruption. So, corrosive weapon destroys armor, rends up to 2 armor, and then deal the remainder as damage, and then swarm of flies, harvesting corruption. Summons a swarm of flies for 1 turn. On enter hex, and each turn deal 1 damage that ignores armor. I'm not really sure what I can do with these swarm of flies, but I kind of like them. Why would you just... I don't understand why they would give you this indirect attack. Anticipate where they're going to go. So these guys have a movement of 2, so 1, 2, they might move there. 1, 2, they might move there. So these 2 hexes here, because I want to get these liberators. This terrain is creepy, man. These eyeballs blinking, really disturbing. These cancerous tumors, really gross. Pus. My hero looks pretty cool on the field. Alright, we'll see.
Sound the hunting horns!
Alright, got them. Nice.
Stand with us!
So I guess those just create... Okay. Using Nurglings is a basic way of creating corruption. Before you can summon corruption, you must seed a hex with it. The Nurgling Seed of Corruption ability sacrifices their health to plant a seed on a hex. A Corian's Corruption Aura will also randomly spawn seeds around him. Passively every turn. That's interesting. Nurgling. If the Nurglings use their Seed of Corruption ability on a hex that already has a seed, corruption is summoned instead. Try moving your Nurglings to the suggested location and use their Seed of Corruption ability to sow corruption onto the hex. What's the suggested location? What is a Seed of Corruption? Where did that even come from? Grows into corruption if combined with another Seed of Corruption. Okay. I don't really know where that came from, but let's see. Vomit Blast, indirect attacks, dispel, Rain of Maggots, passive corruption aura. Each turn, chance to spawn corruption on an unoccupied hex in a 2 hex radius. So 1, 2. That's awesome. So I guess that worked. This is the Seed of Corruption. Yeah. So that worked. I got that. Okay. Lesser Corrupting Aura. 50% chance to summon a Seed of Corruption. Seed of Nurgle's choice. Plants a random type of Seed of Corruption. Rapid growth. Seed grow into corruption after 3 turns. Okay. Gain bonuses when entering or occupying corruption. So I guess the game wants me to do something here. Bite. Seed of corruption. At the cost of 2 health, but plants a seed of corruption. When combined with another seed of corruption, grows into corruption. Okay, so I guess I need to move them here. And then combine here. Alright. Corruption comes in different types, such as poison, corrosion, debilitating, or disease. The corruption type is determined at random when the corruption is first summoned. You got corrosion. Each has their own unique penalty versus an enemy. Remember to check the corruption's type after you summon it to determine what it does. So Putrid Blight Kings are resilient melee fighters for the Maggotkin, with powerful displacement and area of effect abilities. Summon them to your front line to fight off the advancing Stormcast. Where do they come from? I guess I got them from this. These guys have moved already. So what does corrosion do? I want to see this. Too much stuff. Okay, I gotta read this. Okay, so corrosion. Where does it say this? Gain corrosion for 2 turns. Each turn, rend 1 armor, and if the unit has no armor, deals 1 damage. Oh, okay, so it just takes away their armor. And this doesn't take away their armor, slows them down, and blinds them. Alright. Does it hurt them? It does not hurt. It does not cause damage, but this does. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to summon these guys. I have no idea what they are. Oh, sorry, you can only summon them on corrupted zones. Nice. You have learned about seeding and sowing, but the final step in the cycle of corruption is harvesting. The Blight King's harvest swing damages enemies, but if it also targets corruption, the corruption becomes harvested. When corruption is harvested, it is consumed and grants bonuses to the caster. Okay, so I need to harvest this corruption. Different skills and war gear can be enhanced. Can enhance the bonuses reaped by the caster when harvesting. So I guess I need to harvest this corruption. Maybe next turn. So for now, we are going to... There's no reason to do an indirect attack at this point because they're within range. And I can totally take it out. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh, that's gross. I should have checked to see what that this one was. Reign of Maggots. Oh man, I should have done that. Okay, whatever. I don't know if I... Does that mean I have 1.5? I don't think I had enough to do that yet, so I think I'm okay.
We'll get it done.
Sigmar's chosen.
That's interesting. They healed. Wonder why they healed. Plus, okay, deal 1 damage at the cost of 2 health. Gotta see. Passive abilities. Corruption restores 1 health. Okay, that's cool. So if you leave your baddies on, if you leave your units on, well, they're not baddies if they're my unit. So if you leave your units on corruption, they heal. So let's see. I want to harvest some corruption.
Send us to do the good work of the grandfather.
Tongue Lash, pull unit. Okay. Like the Night Haunt unit with the chains. I forget the chain hasp. I forget what they're called. So I don't want to do that. I don't think. What else? What else can I do with this? Harvest swing. That shape's kind of confusing. Damage is not reduced. I guess I could. I don't have enough because I don't have enough of the ether yet. So.
Have no suggestions for old warrior?
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the Seed of Corruption. I'm going to move them and have them do some more corruption. I'm just playing around right now. So you go here and do a Seed of Corruption. Alright. And you Bomb Blast.
You have new
You-
commands.
Tongue Lash. Range 2. Move here. See, I don't really understand how I get ether. I'm going to see how many ether I have after this. So will I get 5 additional ones? Let's see. It's pretty late in this game to figure this out. So I'm not using 5 power. Will all 5 become ether? Let's see. Only 2. It's interesting. I wonder why it was only 2. I had 5 and I got 2. No, I got 2.5. So I guess you get half of what you don't use as ether. Okay. So we're going to do another Seed of Corruption because I want to see what another kind is. Actually, they're going to die. I don't want them to die, so I'm going to have them move. No, I'm going to have them move here. Alright, they heal. That's awesome. And then I'm going to have them do... Well, I want to see what happens when I harvest corruption.
To bestow aid to student.
Harvest the corruption here. So, swarm of flies. What does that do? This is really confusing. On enter hex each turn, deal 1 damage that ignores armor. Foul gestation. Foul gestation. Each turn, if on corruption, consume it to spawn a rot fly. Okay. One more time. If on corruption. Is this corruption? Seed of corruption. This is actually corruption. So I want them to go. But do they move? Looks like I can't even select them. Pretty confused right now. We're gonna... I want to get them, so I guess I need to... So Tongue Lash. Range 2. Here. So if I move here,
We go now.
then can I do Tongue Lash? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Pull them away from Icorian Canker Scorn. I hope I'm doing this right. I have no idea what I'm doing. Plague Bomb, plant a trap on trigger, explodes, dealing 1 damage. I'll do a trap right here. Why not? I'm not really sure what this disease. So on trigger, explode, dealing 1 to adjacent units. Apply random plague of corruption for 2 turns, and it stays here until they trigger it. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's weird. Those flies went away. Yeah, I don't know what I did just now then, or why the flies went away. Like, I don't know. I thought maybe I need to figure that out. We're gonna make some corruption here. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and just end it. It's gonna end here soon.
We're exposed out here.
Okay. Oh, there's
Marching
gonna be
ever onwards in the Plague Father's name.
some... Alright.
The lightning.
Destroy wave 2. So,
Who speak your mind?
I kind of want to harvest this corruption again. See what the heck it does. Okay, so what do I do with these flies? On enter hex, deal 1 damage that ignores armor. Foul gestation. Each turn, if on corruption. Each turn, if on corruption, consume it to spawn a rot fly. Doesn't make any sense to me because I can't move it. I have no idea. No idea. The Seed of Corruption there. And then let's see. gonna move him over here because why?
Ready to strike from above. Ever forwards.
Okay, so these, it looks like these flies don't stick around. Maybe the flies are something you're supposed to do if you know that your enemy is going to move onto that space. I don't know. So they're probably going to be lancing Nurgle. So I mean, Ikoria, but let's see. Dispel. Rain of maggots. I'm just going to do this.
Fitness to do the good work of the grandfather.
Oh, I think I get it now. Harvest corruption. You could do that. You swing and you break up all the corruption, and the next thing you know, you're dealing damage to a lot of the enemies on those spaces. So. All right, we'll see. The vengeance mark from the what is it called, prosecutors? Yeah. Really, the only faction that I really think I know anything about so far is the Stormcast Eternals.
Heaven bound.
I have no idea what just happened. Oh, okay. Triggered that trap. Nice. So they healed. I'm gonna go here and do Seed of Corruption. I don't know why I'm doing that. Corruption of Nurgle to end the cycle. What does this one do? Maggotkin can summon on and activates blessings of Nurgle. Not Maggotkin game to end this corruption. On death spread corruption. That's pretty cool. So,
Ready to serve the plague, Father. Into their new rudder.
An important first step, my dear child. The slaves of the Azir and Shaiish shall know your name soon enough.
And I would know your name, strange whisperer.
For now, you may call me the Fly Father.
all right. I have, to be completely honest, I was really confused. It seems like a really interesting faction, but it's very different than the other ones. Okay, Nurgling's cool. And got some lore. Awesome. Cankersworn's Meanderings. Can you imagine an age or more festering in my own slime? That's gross. Okay. I really like the look of the Maggotkin of Nurgle. They look cool. This realm is pretty awesome too. Alright, well that was episode 11. Yeah, I felt a little disoriented, but it's first time experiencing this faction. We have this next skirmish is the Stormcast are already aware of your exploits and seek to avenge them. Deny them their wish and send them back to Sigmar with nothing. We'll see if we can do that next episode. And thank you very much. Have a good day.